Hi, this is a Merry Mayhem's podcast.
where we unpack everything about weddings. So take a breath, settle in, and let's dive right in.
I don't know if you have this, but I think finding a right photographer boils down to the third one would be, I say, communication.
Oh,
Yeah, so communication is also already a big part of the discovery call. But why I say communication is also because finding the photographer is the understanding for couples is not just the portfolio ma. It's also about how well you guys communicate with one another. Having effective communication is key. Yeah, because before the wedding, you guys need to, you don't want to, back and forth
yeah.
and then, 5, 6 times in WhatsApp and then still don't get the message. Yeah. So okay, I just give you an example. Some photographer maybe don't speak English, they speak Chinese. And then you jiak one as a couple. Then how? You speak English, then he like like one chicken talking to one duck. Yeah, then in the end, they cannot come to a conclusion. There are a lot of time are wasted on like texting back and forth. So it's very tough on you and also the photographer themselves. Yeah, so I think that is something that you want to look into when communicating. Yeah, can the photographer say something in maybe one sentence and you really get the whole idea of what he's trying to communicate to you? I think that's very important. So especially during photo shoot, because when we shoot, right, during pre-wedding or even wedding day, right, I think we only got a certain amount of time to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if I say something you don't understand, then you ask me back and then I explain again, a lot of times wasted there.
This brings me back to so when I went over to Jeju back in October 2024. So what happened was my friends pushed me to go and approach this Korean couple. They are not exactly like super fluent with English as well. So there was some communication barriers over there. So I had to just use really simple words like run together, hold hands, look at each other. Then for these like simple and quick prompts for them to know what to do. Which actually I thought, maybe that could be something, like straight to the point, and then you get the photos. And yeah. So communication, yes, like it is important. Yeah. And I found it particularly hard to shoot back then because of the communication differences. Yeah. So but it's not like something like a deal breaker, but I would say for actual day, it'll be a bit different. You will want someone that you can communicate better with also.
Not just you, but also I think your family members around you or your bridal party.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially in the morning, right, the photographer is gonna be like, so it's very important that they are able to vocalize and express themselves clearly. Yeah, so that things can be done. Like I do group photo, right, very fast one, because I don't like to waste couples time taking group photo. I want them to have more time to go and interact with their guests, talk to people, rather than standing there like a vase 做花瓶在那边 then keep waiting for different people to come up. I know it's important to take the group photo, but to me it's like, I just want to get this segment faster over and done with so that I can capture more interactive shots. Yeah, so and also communication is very important to me. Then effective communication lah. Then also understanding your needs through the communication. Yeah, so it's also part of the discovery call lah. So it's like where is your pain point at? How can I bring value to the table other than just taking nice photos, on top of that. Yeah, because like I said, it's not only about taking photos. There's much more things that we do to that. Recently I did discovery call with a couple, right? She even texted me and say like, oh, I feel like you like a wedding planner to me, after the call.
Yeah.
Because I went really into details about the wedding day during the discovery call and give them a lot of very useful tips.
It's like a side job.
Yeah. But I enjoy the process of like running through the schedule with couple. Yeah, because they will have a lot of blind spots. Yeah, and then I feel like I can provide a lot of insights and values. Yeah, and it makes me feel good lah. That I can help them one way or another on top of just taking photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lor. Then I think another very important thing, right, during the communication process, right, is to spot whether the photographer is open-minded.
Oh.
What do you think about this, or being open-minded?
I generally like something free-spirited, so I guess like, you know, if couple ask me to do something very, I would say spontaneous or very weird stuff, like do it. I think ultimately what I want to do is have fun with the couple. So I guess if in order to have fun, I need to be open-minded, then why not? Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if you have another, you know, like when you say open-minded, does it mean like something else? Yeah.
I think open-minded for me, it means more of like, is the photographer able to take in feedbacks and listen to your needs, you know, rather than being so opinionated in a lot of things.
I think, okay, so if let's say I'm not someone that curates, then I would definitely listen to feedback, because like if that's how they want it to be, I should shoot it that way lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think open-mindedness has led me to be able to try a lot of new things, explore a lot of new possibilities lah, of things that I wouldn't have thought of. You know, because sometimes couple will come in with a set of things that they already want. But some photographers, maybe because they are very, maybe especially the people who has been doing this for very long, you know, they always feel like, their way is the best because they've been doing this for very long already ma. You know, so then there's this saying lah, it's very hard to teach old dogs new tricks, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, it sounds a bit blunt, but
oh no, harsh.
But it's the truth lah. I personally don't like this. We, even though has been shooting for very long, right? If the photographer has been around for a while, like you also still want to keep growing. You don't want to be stagnating. You start to stagnate when you are very
fixated on what you want lah. Not say what you want, but you know, your way of doing things.
lor.
Like there is in your head, there is only one way of doing things.
I always believe in this saying lah, different folks, different strokes. So every couple is different, every couple is unique. So it's important that I go in with an open mind. Yes, every wedding more or less the flow is the same, you know. A lot of times couples idea might be similar, but I still go in with an open mind. I want to also give them new ideas and possibilities. You know, I don't want to go back the same place, do the same thing all the time. So I will always see if couple are open to trying new things also. You know, based on the uniqueness about the relationship of the couple or themselves. And then I try to propose things that I might not have done before and see what are their take on it.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to do that more also.
So I think being open-minded is very important. Don't become those like stubborn old men, you know. And then
Not trying to be offensive here.
You will unconsciously become like that one if you are not consciously reflecting on your decision making or your the things that you say or the things you do. So I think through the communication, see if the photographer is open-minded. I mean, it's okay lah, if you want to work with someone that is not open-minded, that's fine. So but I think more often than not, it creates a lot of friction. When someone is very close-minded. So okay. Then I think the next thing will be finding similarities during the communication. So when you communicate with the photographer, right, try to establish and see if you can find some form of similarities, especially in terms of values. You know, are my values in line with you or not? There has to be at least one. I feel if there is not even one value in line, then I think there's nothing to talk about already. You're better off finding someone else. To help you. So I think finding similarities in terms of personality sometimes can be very funny things like sometimes with the groom, you know, we share similar things that we like. Can be the games we play, the cars that we like. You know, some grooms they love cars, I also like cars, you know, that sort of thing. Or you gym, you know, can be any topics lah. Then sometimes can be talking about things like, I mean, buying house, you know, cause we are in the same stage of life, that sort of thing. Then all these small little things adds up. It creates some form of connection, when you find similarity, that's where the connection starts to form. Yeah, and then you can share your perspective, things like that.
What is like one of the ways to build rapport also with your couples.
Yeah, and then to learn from each other lor. Yeah. I always feel like I can learn new things from couples also. Yeah, so be it finance, housing, yeah, it can be very heavy topics like that sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I think finding similarity is also key during the communication phase. Then next I have here would be credibility lor. Yeah, then establishing credibility during the communication is also very important. Yeah.
I think all this boils down to what my pointer is actually. Like I do have one point over there. It's called trust. Like trust with your photographer. I think building this trust through communication, also like the credibility of your photographer and all. I think all these would help a lot with your wedding day itself. When you fully trust your photographer with what he or she is doing, a lot of things like will just flow as it is. And you just get the kind of photos that you want. Especially when you place the trust on us already, right? You're able to be yourself again and really authentically live through like your wedding day and have fun on that day itself. Yeah, I think like that way you'll be able to really feel like the wedding day is yours. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I also want to expand a little bit more on this trust topic. Of course, trust takes time to build, right? Yeah, so it's not like I say you trust me means you trust me lah. You have to earn the trust ma.
Yeah.
So how does the photographer earn your trust? Is maybe do you have anything that you think you can maybe just make a guess lah, if let's say you don't have something in your head. Like how do you earn the trust of a person?
Wow. How
Wow, so people around you all don't trust you, right?
No, for me, I feel importantly is communicating the right stuff also and building rapport. Yeah, and also like making sure that the couple is well informed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think first the foundation of trust, right, is built upon honesty. So I think you need to first have you need to feel like honesty is not something that I say means you must believe lah. Of course. Yeah. So honesty is like you have to use your instincts. I would say as a human, you probably have instincts ma. So you need to be able to get a sense of whether this person, what he's saying is he trying to like what's
On you.
not con you lah, but maybe is he trying to smoke you? Yeah, in some ways. Yeah, or is he being authentic? Cause for me, I am quite straightforward. I don't like to beat around the bush. So if I cannot do, I say I cannot do. If it's not my style, I say it's not my style. Yeah. So I rather be honest with you upfront than I try to put up a persona and be somebody that I'm not just to try to get in your good books. Of course you still want to be respectful and polite. You don't just because things don't align with you and then you start like being rude and hostile lah. Yeah, so to me is of course I still respect people's perspective even though it may not be aligned with me. I will still share my opinion even though it's different from yours. I respect what your thoughts are. I hope you reciprocate lah. So hopefully sometimes we are able to find a middle ground. Yeah, or sometimes couple then they might realize that actually what he said is right, or I may also feel like maybe I'm wrong, what you shared is correct, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I think the foundation of trust is built upon honesty. So if you don't feel like this person in any part of your body, right, just feel like yeah, that's probably a good telltale sign that there is something wrong there lah. And I think try not to ignore it because I think these are red flags. Yeah, small little red flags that I think as you do more of like such communications with people, especially people who do sales I think because they get to talk to people a lot. So when the more you do, the more you get better at spotting red flags. Yeah, so to me, yeah lor, you need to first be very honest with your couple lah, you know. Yeah, then from there we can talk about a lot of other things to slowly build on that trust, like being consistent in the things I say, you know. Because like one moment I say I shot at this venue, next moment I say, oh, I never shot at this kind of venue before, then something wrong maybe ma, you know. Yeah, so I think consistency is also important in the way they communicate. Yeah, so yeah lor. Anything else you want to elaborate on for for trust? I still got one more. You still have?
I had something in my mind, but I don't know what's the right word to it. Don't know if it's like integrity, you know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like
integrity is one.
I feel sometimes the thinking sensation is one thing lah. Yeah, but another thing that what a photographer can do probably is like be authentic also. Yeah.
But what is integrity to you? Just curious.
Wow.
How would you describe integrity?
Wow, this is I don't know how to describe this.
I will say integrity is what you do even though people are not watching you. So it's like behind closed doors. Yeah. Will you still be consistent or not? You know, you're not just doing it just for the sake of, you know, getting views or getting people's attention. Yeah, it's more of like deep inside, but does the thing that you do resonate truly with you or not? You know, like some people say, for example, I donate money just because there are people watching me ma, you know.
Yeah,
I show it to the world. Yeah, but when nobody's watching, will you still donate when you see this person? You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know, to me that is integrity lor. Yeah. So there's a lot of like what you mentioned, I think integrity is very important because honestly when we go on set and shoot couples, right? A lot of thing is we as the photographer we are taking control. So whether we do or we don't do for the couple, right? They honestly couples also don't know one. Yeah. So it's up to our own integrity to determine whether we want to go the extra mile or we just want to do bare minimum, you know, for the person. Yeah. So yeah, integrity I think is definitely one of the key also.
I think that brings me to authentic lor, like being authenticity. Like, you know, being like really like myself and my true self. I think that's something that's need to achieve. Need to really show your true self. Yeah. And then I think in some forms like I think couple would be able to build that kind of trust with you also. Yeah. So this authenticity I think is also important.
Yeah.
At least for myself lah. Like it's one of the pointers that yeah.
I think one more thing, the last thing for the trust, right, is I will ask couple normally lah, cause I think a lot of couple neglect this question, which is what will happen, right, if I can't show up for your wedding? The contingency plan at least. Yeah, cause I think this is something that at least for myself it is important to answer to the couple before things happen. You know, yeah. So at least they know what to expect when things go south. You know, because in our line of work, we cannot afford to fall sick one, to be honest.
Yes.
You cannot use sick as an excuse not to go for a wedding shoot. But of course, you are sick to the extent where you can't even walk or that. You know, if it's just a flu or whatever, right? Sometimes even small fever, right? You still have to go out and shoot. You know, so taking care of ourselves is not just being responsible to ourselves, but to our couple also. Yeah. So I always ask couple explain to them what is the contingency plan. Yeah, in the event if 1 week before your wedding, 1 day or 2 days before your wedding, if I fall sick, you know. Yeah, so these are things that we talk about, and then it starts to build the trust. You know, even more on the trust. Yeah, because how can you trust someone if there's no contingency plan? You know, or then if he last minute cannot show up, then what's next? You know, is he gonna send a replacement? Do I have to find my own photographer? Will he refund me? You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, so all these things you need to talk about at the get go, not wait until things happen and then you start talking. Yeah, so I think this would be my last point.
This is a learning point for me. Yeah. For me, like I don't talk about this until like couples ask me. Then after that, then I tell them what's my contingency plan. Yeah, but I feel like I should probably.
I mean, sometimes I may forget because there's so many things to talk about during the discovery call. But I try to make it a point that this is a thing that I will touch on during the discovery call. So I think For me, I think that is all lah, because I don't want the topic to be too heavy, but I think these few points we talk about are good enough. You have anything?
I have one last question. How long would you want your couple to cater for your discovery call? Like a duration wise?
I say minimum 30 minutes, but more often than not, it will overrun.
What's the longest you've stretched?
Wow, I don't want to scare you, so I don't want to tell.
Let's leave it as it is then.
Okay lah. This is just a one-time off exception.
Okay.
We talked for, I think, almost 13 hours. I got tell you before.
No, you have never talked about this to me before.
So we were supposed to meet up at Yishun McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Talk for like 1 hour lah.
Okay.
Then end up right, initially we buy Coke only and then we just drink Coke, and then we after that talk. Then it's like 1-2 hours pass by already.
Yeah.
Then we like shit a bit hungry, so okay lor, we order food lor. Then continue to eat lunch and then talking. So it was like around 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Yeah, then we talk until past midnight. So then after we had our lunch, right, then we still okay. So because the thing is, it was a bit complicated because their wedding was during COVID. So there was a lot of complications that we need to talk on about, because it was quite at the initial phase of COVID. So the couple got a lot of uncertainty, but wedding was allowed at that point of time. Yeah, but a lot of restrictions put in place. And then they had some cock-ups. They engaged me, and then after that I wasn't available, so they decide to engage another photographer. But then after that they decided that they still want me, so in the end they changed the date. Yeah, so there was a lot of back and forth lah. Then because they already paid the other photographer deposit, then they asked me, then how should I engage both of you to come and shoot my wedding day or not? Yeah, so we talk. In the end, I told her that I think it's better just to have one photographer at the wedding. Yeah, so then we had to find ways to work around it lah,
Okay, I think this is an exception lah. Yeah, but I would think this is more than discovery call already also.
Yeah, it's more than that. Because we went into a lot of other deeper topics lah. Yeah, but we still had a great time. Like the conversation was flowing until we don't even realize that time is flying by. So in the end, we left McDonald's. We went to Serangoon Gardens to eat at a restaurant.
Oh my God.
And then after that, we talked in the restaurant until the restaurant closed. The waitress had to come and tell us that, hey, we're closing. So it was like 11-ish. Then we stood outside the restaurant and continued talking.
Another 1 hour.
Yeah, another 1 hour or so, 1 hour plus. Yeah, then after that, I sent them home. Then I sent them home, right? Just outside the house downstairs. A bit more. Never ending.
Okay, this is definitely more than discovery.
Yeah, but
in
the end, I shot their ROM, I shot pre-wedding, and I shot their actual day. So I did like 3 shoots for them. Yeah, so quite interesting lah. But of course, that is a one-time exception. So back to your question, I think most discovery call is, I try to keep it within an hour lah. Yeah, but I say minimum 30 minutes. Yeah. So yeah lor.
That's good.
How about you?
My longest that I've stretched was about 2 hours. Like minimally, I would say like 45 minutes would be a good time frame.
Yeah. I say to be safe, cater 1 hour lah. But if let's say couple is, but of course I will respect the couple's time. So before the call starts, I'll ask the couple, do they have anything on after this? To make sure that I don't overstep the boundaries lah. Because I believe we are all busy, we are all working adults and things like that. Yeah, so
Okay.
So I think I think hopefully y'all got learn a thing or two lah. From the things we share. Then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Yes.
Yeah, and we hope we can answer every single one of them lah moving forward. So thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you again in the next episode.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a wrap. Thank you.